Paris greeted Liana with autumn rain and the smell of coffee. Her flight from Kyiv had been delayed, and her suitcase was lost. But comfort wasn't why she came. Her goal: investigate the disappearance of Mykola Honta, a well-known Ukrainian journalist last seen in the Latin Quarter. Paris doesn't forgive carelessness, she thought, stepping into her rented flat near Montparnasse. At the National Library, she met Adrian Becker, tall, composed, with cold blue eyes. They clashed over a Le Monde article. "You look at facts, not the patterns," Liana said. "And you look at emotions, not the danger," he replied. That evening, they met again coincidentally in a café in Le Marais. Paris rarely makes coincidences feel accidental. At a protest in Place de la République, things turned violent. Liana stumbled, someone grabbed her arm and pulled her into a side street. "You haven't seen real chaos yet," the stranger grinned. Marco Savio, an Italian photojournalist with fire in his smile. They wandered through nighttime Paris, a rooftop, an illegal bar, a moment stolen from time. "I don't love Paris," he said, "but I love running with someone who doesn't belong here." A day with Marco felt like freedom. A dinner with Adrian felt like truth, wrapped in quiet sorrow. Mykola was here, but he went too far, Adrian confessed. Liana froze. What did Adrian know? Now, she held two keys. To Marco's hotel, where passion waited. To Adrian's apartment, where secrets lived. She didn't know where to go. And then an anonymous message. "He's not who you think. Be careful. You have less time than you think." Marco grew jealous. Adrian grew colder. Liana stood by the Seine, holding her phone, the wind whispering doubt. She walked, not to Marco, not to Adrian, but to the place Mykola was last seen. She broke into an old flat. Dust, torn papers, one photo, Mykola and Adrian. Smiles that didn't reach their eyes. A file marked Dossier 73 with Adrian's name circled in red. Behind her a sound. Marco. Part 2. Sicilian Confession. Liana fled to Sicily. Marco was already there, waiting like he knew she'd come. "Everything feels different here," he said, leading her through the lemon-scented streets of Taormina. But Adrian's shadow stretched even across the sea. Marco took her to ancient caves above Mount Etna. "I've never loved anyone until you." Their kiss was fire and desperation. But when he whispered, "Trust me," her mind echoed with Adrian's warning. Not everything that seems true is. Late at night, a hidden number called. "Liana, you're in danger." Marco's not who he says. Remember Dossier 73? That was just the surface. The rest is in Syracuse. And he knows. "Marco?" she asked. "His brother wasn't a journalist. He tried to kill me." She woke up. Marco was gone. His laptop open. Photos of her and Adrian in Paris. From weeks ago. Had he been watching her all along? A knock. Police. They were looking for Marco, linked to disappearances and corruption. "He manipulated you, ma'am. He doesn't seek truth. He seeks revenge." At midnight, an old villa exploded. Liana found Marco alive, bleeding, holding a single USB stick. "I couldn't let them take this. I know you don't believe me, but I love you." She saw his pain, but also the storm behind his eyes. Next day, Adrian arrived weak, arm in a sling. On the shore of the Mediterranean, the three of them stood. Adrian, holding nothing but regret. Marco, holding the truth. Liana, holding the choice. "One of us has to disappear," Adrian said. "One has to tell the truth," Marco added. "And one must choose," Liana whispered. Part 3. Shadows of Budapest. 6 weeks later, Budapest. Liana holds the disc. Adrian is in a hospital. Marco is on the run. She gets a message. "Come alone, under RPD bridge, or your name goes with the files." In the cave, Marco. Wounded. Desperate. "We can disappear. No one will follow. Truth doesn't matter. Love does." Adrian is dying. Marco reaches for her. Not to hold her. To trap her. A shadow enters. Adrian. Pale. Barely standing. Gun in hand. "Step away from her. You still think you're her hero?" A shot. Screams. Marco falls. Eyes open. Final words. I did love you. Adrian's hand trembles. He didn't fire. Liana did. The gun Marcos. Her instinct raw. Adrian collapses. Heart failure. She holds him. You were the only truth I ever knew, he whispers. And dies. Epilogue. 6 months later. Istanbul. Liana writes under a false name. The disk? Destroyed. The flash drive? Hidden. She's no hero, not a victim, just alive. Every night, as the sun sets, she sees their eyes,